What's up, everyone? I wanted to share my new Chane build with you in Classic Constructed in the Everfest meta. Rosetta Thorn and the standard Skullcap, Husk, Grasp of the Arknight, and Spellbound Creepers. And then the only other piece of equipment I have is the Vexing Coil Hand for the one Arcane Barrier in certain matchups. So very minimal equipment loadout, this plus the Rosetta Thorn. So getting right into it, because why not? Reds, 2 Minnowism. I do run the blue Minnowism suite of cards. I used to not like it, but now I like it again. So I think 2 is the sweet spot. It has 2 block, it's a non-attack action, buffs a significant amount of your attacks with +3, and it's free, so it stays. 2 Nimblism, like 99% of our attacks are going to cost 1 or less, so give that +3 and go again. Non-attack action, turn on the Rosetta Thorn, blah blah blah, blocks for 2. 2 of those. 3 red Howl from Beyonds, because they have Blood Debt. They give your next attack action card +3 regardless of what it is. And you can play it from your Banish Zone, so this is definitely part of the Chane core of cards. As is this, 3 Shadow Puppetry. No Chane deck is not going to have this. +1, go again. Excellent card. 1 Soul Reaping, of course. And then 3 Belittles. Worst case, you just pay 1 to attack for 3 and go again. But a lot of times you'll be revealing that other attack in your hand to get the blue Minnowism, for example, to get more resources to pay for attacks and actions from your Banish Zone. 3 Riftbind in red. This is what I would essentially call part of the Chane core, as is 3 red Ghostly Visit, and 3 red Unhallowed Rites, and 3 red Bounty Demigons. I think every Chane player is going to run those. Now, this build, I run 2 Bounty Demigons in the core deck because yellows are good for pitch, blocks for 3. As you play Chane and other Runeblades for a long time, you realize that your hands can't block for crap. Like, you'll have a bunch of 2 blocks in your hand, so pepper in more 3 blocks in here, and it has Blood Debt, and it's free. It's a free attack for 3, so I run 2 of those. And also a new addition, I'm running 1 Yellow Howl from Beyond in my core. It's another card that blocks 2. Play it for your Banish Zone, pay 2 to pump 2. Keeping the blood count dead high. I want some good shackles mid-game. And yellow pitch is good. And so yeah, I also have 1 yellow Seeping Shadows. This gives something +1 and go again, and you play it from the Banish Zone. I have 3 yellow Captain's Calls because I like yellows in this deck, and it blocks for 2, and yeah, it's an essential attack action to enable Rosetta Thorn in certain playlines towards the end of the game. And I run 3 yellow Mauvrion Skies because, again, it's yellow, it blocks for 2, and I like the threat of 2 Rune Chant tokens on hit, and this is going to let us play all those Bounty Demigons from our Banish Zone. So we just want to swarm our opponent with Bounty Demigons mid-game and late game, and just keep that pressure on. 3 Art of War. Again, this is like the Chane core, and there's so many bonker plays you can do with this, especially since you have attack actions that you can play through the Banish Zone. So just remove those from your hands, get 2 more cards, buff all your attacks, or give something go again. Yeah. 3 Art of War in every Chane deck for the rest of history. I have 3 blue Captain's Calls. Some people run 2. I like running 3. You need attack actions to enable Rosetta Thorn and other play lines, so I run 3. There's 2 blue Minnowisms here. just because I don't want to run 3. It does block for 2, and mostly you're just going to search this for the resources to pay for things to play for your Banner Stone. 3 Vexing Malice. What I like about this card is it's blue. For 1 cost, you can throw 2 arcane damage at someone late game, and it also blocks for 3. So this is kind of like a meat and potatoes blue card, as is 3 Bounding Demigons. Something I've been running lately that I used to not run is a blue Seeping Shadows. This just has that 3 resources you can put at the bottom of your deck with Unhallowed Rites, or you can use it late game to enable all those Bounding Demigons again. So yeah, good card to have at 1. 3 blue Mauvrion Skies. You'll see pretty much 3 blue Mauvrion Skies in every Runeblade deck. So yeah, mostly for the resources, blocks 2, and it can give something go again in the late game. 3 Shadow of Ursa. This is definitely a core Chane card. You won't see any Chane player without 3 Shadow of Ursas. And then 3 Shrill Skullform blue, because it blocks for 3 and it's blue, and it can still swing for 5. Yeah, this is pretty much a new staple in Chane decks as well. So that's like the main core. I think that's 61 cards. And then in here I have my sideboard based on matchups. So 2 Runic Reclamations are going to come in against Prism. Maybe the Runeblade mirrors as well. Especially, well, the Chane mirror, yes, but Viscerai, you can take it or leave it, but it does block 3, and it's a big swing. So yeah, that's sitting there on the sideboard ready to go. 2 Command and Conquers. This will pretty much always come in unless you're playing with someone who's playing Crown of Seeds. So they'll be in most of the time. I love this card. 3 Red Unmovable. This card is bonkers against Starbo. Yeah, pretty much bring this in against anyone who swings tall. Just park it in your arsenal and have an 8 block ready to go. And you also have your Husk, so this can really extend the game in your favor. I love Unmovable, and it's perfect in this deck. I love it. So in the main board, we had 2 Bounding Demigons. Here's a 3rd one to bring in against slower matchups and Oldhim. Pretty much when you're trying to get Eclipse off, I'll bring in a 3rd one. And also I have 1 Riftbind here, also for the slower matchups. You know, it has the less than 3 base attack. It has Blood Dead that blocks for 3. These, you know, both of these block for 3. So if you want some more 3 blocks in there, go ahead and throw those in. And then a blue Unhallowed Rites. I'm considering changing this to a yellow Unhallowed Rites, just to have, you know, 1 of each of these to bring in. Yellows are still plenty of resources in this deck, so yeah, that might be replaced with the yellow, but this one's foil, so who knows. And then I got 2 Invert Existence. You won't bring this in every matchup, but definitely whenever you want to Eclipse, you'll bring these in. And it's decent in the Runeblade mirror if you want to sneak through some arcane damage and keep your creepers alive, something like that. And then I have 1 Eclipse to bring in against the fatigue matchups, especially Oldhim. And then I have 1 Time Snap Potion for Prism or Oldhim. So yeah, functional sideboard there. And the main board's a lot of fun. The attack action to non-attack action ratio, I think there's 27 non-attack actions. So, or sorry, that's wrong. I'm not sure. But my ratios are good. It runs pretty smooth. So it's missing some of the fancy stuff like E-Strike and Snatch and Exude Confidence and stuff like that. But this is just a really meat and potatoes kind of good, functioning, smooth Chane deck. And I suggest you try this out in your local scene and see what tweaks you would make to this. So appreciate you guys checking this out. Hope you like the content. I'm really loving and enjoying playing Chane. So I'll see you guys in the next video.